Ahora tenemos un problema con temperatura.
Settings, cámara. Dos cámaras.
Que no se puede encender el móvil. No va a continuar porque...
Bueno, ponemos este.
Ah, ¿no hay sombrillas?
No, cámara.
Good morning, St. Peter's. Good morning, St. Peter's School. And everyone who's here today about to witness something thought to be impossible. Hi, guys.
Perfecto.
Oh, Filipo.
Adrián, trajeron balón.
Guárdamelo, pero...
Claro, es que no tuvimos en cuenta la
Pero podemos hacer en plan... Me seguís. Ay, no, ¿qué pasa así? Oh, yeah, what is this? Like, balloon. Wow. Good morning, St. Peter.
Estamos en directo ya,
Y al final nos ponemos en plan justo así. 3, 2, a ver. ¿Y qué más era al final? ¿Qué palabra decíamos?
Es en directo.
3, 2, 1. Lift off. Lift off. Ya hacemos. Lift off. Te digo, Aina, left it. Good morning, St. Peter.
No.
¿Qué haces? Vamos que la liemos, ¿eh? Chicos. Y estamos grabando ya.
No.
Voy para allá. Las 4 cordes han de convergir
¿Qué haces?
s'uneix al paracaigudes.
Trajeron balón. La pelota ahí la tira así rompe.
Molt fort. Vale.
¿Te imaginas?
Vale, vamos a hacer un último turno. Me falta el paracaídas.
Ahí está acá, está allá. En la silla.
Oye, por favor, que no vuelva a pasar. Vale. Déjalo. Y ahora vamos a hacer el giro. Vale. Esto está re.
Mr. Mauri, ¿esto? Y empezamos a nada, Tárraga. Everyone watching us here today in Tárraga. Aina, no te lo pongas así, ¿eh?
Puxe rápido. Lo habéis probado, ¿no? Ahora voy a ver.
Oscar, un mosquetón no lo tienes.
El Elio va a intentar escapar con cualquier otro.
¿Cuál es la alternativa?
Ya está.
La que es alargada, ¿cuál es?
Vale, ahora tenemos gente gigante por ahí. Dame eso.
La que es redonda, ¿cuál es? Ah, vale.
Pesa bastante, dicen.
Vale, espérate.
Vale, pero... ¿Empieza ya? ¿Qué hora es?
18.
¿Qué? ¿Y por qué no empezamos? ¡Ay, aquí ya ha empezado!
No, pero...
A ver, ahora podéis hablar, ¿eh? Hola.
¿Empezamos?
Hola, bienvenidos al proyecto del Hub, Half with Balloon.
Good morning, St. Peters, and everyone watching us here today about to witness something thought to be impossible. The sky is a chaotic complex system, which means that although that we are currently told that it is sunny, it could rain at any moment. This means that that we will have many problems in the project, as although we although the as we don't know what can happen to our invention. So that we are here today only means that we will have to adapt to the conditions given by maybe are unexpected and be agile. Ever since September, Year 10 students, cooperatively with Year 4s, have been working on the expedition to the Stratosphere project. At first, it seemed to be impossible, but then, thanks to our sensei and mentor, Mr. Mauri, we knew that with carefully and with work, it was possible. So, and step by step, it was possible. So yes, here we are. After many months, here we are today, about to witness a helium balloon, and its program, in order to, and here we are, and its program in order to raise up the balloon. Now we're going to interview some students. Arthur,
Hello.
why is this experiment important?
It's important to know the radiation levels and the temperature in the stratosphere because maybe it's higher or lower than we expect.
Thank you. Andre, how is this experiment helping you grow as a person?
We are expanding our knowledge. Also, we are expanding also, our, like I said, the knowledge. We are being more reflective, also more risk takers.
Okay, so here we are about to witness a helium balloon and its program in order to made by students at St. Peter's School that will rise up and disappear into the stratosphere. Okay, now we're going to talk about the complex system that we are going to send up into the atmosphere. Okay, so so now we're going to interview our streamer, Gonzalo. He has been working on this project a lot. Are you feeling nervous?
Yeah, a little bit to be honest.
Do you think it's going to work?
Definitely, I think it's going to work, but for now we haven't had any casualties while preparing it. So I definitely think that it's going to go smoothly and it's going to work.
Okay, thank you. So, in this experiment, we have two goals. The first goal is for launching up the balloon, and while launching up, that all the experiments that we put inside the box work, and also that to find out more about the environmental conditions sombra. Por eso mueve hacia ahí para que la sombra.
Sí, pero también cubre teléfonos.
Bruno, tú encargado de
Ya
tecnología
está.
punta, ¿eh? Protección
Pero yo
antitécnico.
me voy a tener
Está
que
grabando,
hablar,
está
¿eh?
grabando.
Okay, so because of the temperature, we have had a bit of technical issues as our phone gave up, but we're not going to give up yet. Okay, so our two goals are first of all that the launch of the helium, the launch of the helium balloon works, and also that, well, as I said, we want to investigate more and get information on environmental conditions, and we want to get a snapshot on the Earth's atmosphere. The time predicted for the ascent and descent is 150 minutes, and we, as I said before, we want to reach an altitude of 30,000 meters and a trajectory of 4 or 5 meters per second. And well, however, our greater goal is getting our students to get an experience with hands-on STEM, to create critical thinkers, to increase their scientific knowledge, and ensure and enable a new group of innovators for the future. And however, we hope that as the years pass by, we get a greater number of students involved in the project.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the complex system on which our students in St. Peter's have been working on, and also how this is going to work and what are we going to find out with this expedition to the stratosphere. So, this balloon you see here will be connected to a thermal box, which we will show later on because right now it is being worked on. This box has a HAP sonda, which is mainly composed of sensors, unit controls, and actuators. This box will also have a camera, which will be the one recording the Earth's curvature, and my colleague will now explain the rest of the sensors.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to interview some students. Okay. Okay. So first of all, okay. So the GPS is used to locate in real time where the balloon's at. Then the LoRa is to send information from the HAP sonda to the HAP antenna. Furthermore, the MPU is used to detect the position and the inclination of the balloon, as we don't really know if there may be any issues, so we want to hold on that. And then the MVP 180 is used for detecting the temperature, the altitude, and the pressure. The Dallas is used to detect the altitude, but more specifically, as the BPM detects the BMP detects the altitude, the temperature also, but the Dallas detects it more precisely. And finally, the antenna that is used to put a greater signal on the GPS and develops for us easier to enable an easier track on the balloon.
Okay, so this, my colleague mentioned all the sensors that we will be using as a plan A. So this plan A also contains two different LoRa. A LoRa is a radiation based on radiation, and it's a module. And how it works is that we will have one LoRa inside of the box, which will be connected to all the sensors in our box. And this LoRa will go up to the space with the balloon, up to the stratosphere with the balloon. On the other hand, we will have another LoRa down here with us on the ground, and this LoRa will be receiving messages immediately of the LoRa which goes up. So how does this work? Both LoRas will be put onto the same channel. So as the balloon rises, the LoRa up will be able to send all the information it is collecting of the altitude, pressure, and temperature of the balloon at all times, and we will be able to see it with a computer. But as I mentioned, this is our plan A, And all good expeditions have a plan B in order to decrease the possible risk of the experiment going wrong. Our plan B uh, contains an Arduino inside of the box too. This Arduino is the plan B for our temperature, altitude, and pressure sensor. But the only disadvantage of the Arduino, which is in the case that the LoRa wouldn't work or the sensors don't work, is that we will only be able to see the information if and hopefully when we retrieve the box, because the information collected by the Arduino sensors will be stored in an SD card, which we can only see with a computer once we have retrieved the box. We also have a plan B for the GPS. We have a replacement GPS, which will be used with a phone. We will be able to see where the balloon is at all time with the phone, which will be connected to which we have connected to the GPS. And we also have replacement cameras because as we go up into the space, some of the lenses could maybe crack due to the climatic conditions we find up there. I would. I would. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I made a mistake. So when we go up, we expect to find really low temperatures below 0 degrees, a pressure of nearly zero, which is extremely low pressure, and also a very large exposure to cosmic radiation. Now, talking about cosmic radiation, we would like to refer to our brilliant and maybe lit smaller than ours lit minds in St. Peter's School. Yes, I'm referring to the year 4 and year 5 students, which have which their minds and their critical thinkers have included some experiments in the box to go up with it and to explore the effects of the climatic conditions and the cosmic radiation there is in the stratosphere. So I would like to ask Antonieta, Bruno, and Nico a couple of questions, if they can come. Okay, no. Okay, so what? Well, what experiments are you going to include inside of the box?
Of course. And we included ping pong balls.
Okay,
And something else that now Nico is going to say.
what else have you included inside of the box?
We included colonies of bacteria. We we put 2 colonies of bacteria in the box to go to the stratosphere and 2 for the school to see if they change.
The same with the popcorn seeds. We put the same amount in that bag to send to the stratosphere, and another one for staying in the school to see if it changes.
We have a ping pong ball to see. We'll have one here on the earth to see how it changes here than on the stratosphere.
Thank you very much. Okay, so to expand further on their point, first of all, the popcorn. What we will be testing is once the popcorn which has come in contact with cosmic radiation is retrieved, we will put it in a microwave and compare it with average popcorn that you find in the supermarket, which has not been exposed to this radiation, and we will test which popcorn pops the quickest. We don't know which one will pop the quickest, and it would be really interesting to find out. Then for the ping pong ball, we expected, our hypothesis is for it to expand due to the low pressure in the stratosphere. And finally, we have done a very interesting experiment with bacterial strings. Miss Corin has helped us immensely with this experiment, and we would like to say thank you to her. She has developed various bacteria. One is the Micrococcus gluteus, wait, I'm going to get it 1 second. Okay, sorry for the wait. So here we have the Micrococcus luteus, which you can see here. This is a positive bacteria which has a round shape, and we have one here, which is the one that will stay with us on the ground, and the other one will be sent up to the stratosphere. All the bacteria being tested are not pathogens, and we will see what differences we can find when it's exposed to the conditions previously mentioned. We will also be checking for the so for the Serratia. We will be testing for the Serratia mathocestuns, and this will also go up into the stratosphere, and this is the one that we will keep with us here in the ground. This bacteria has a elongated shape, and what is interesting about it is that, as you can see, its pigment is red, but as it is growing, sometimes it can turn white. And finally, we have this last bacteria here, which we will also be testing for. If you look, it has living organisms within it, and it will also be sent up to the stratosphere. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to interview 2-year-4 students. Okay, so how do you feel, Sophia?
I feel excited because we're going to launch the balloon soon.
And you, why did you sign up for the coming?
I signed up because it's like an adventure and you can actually be there when it launches and help your 10 students and be part of the project.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we have had a very important and essential contribution in order to be able to do this expedition. And Isabella, could you come? So, could you explain to us any companies that have been an essential help in collaboration with this project?
Yes, well, our main collaborator is Entity Data, which is an international consultant company that uses technology to transform the world's main companies and society. This project is an example of a collaboration with St. Peter's School, whose aim is to implement these latest technologies into the understanding of new concepts related to engineering and science for the creation of our own space program, in this case, this high-altitude balloon, which we're hoping will reach the stratosphere. This project helps us learn more about the world through the use of the STEM subjects, which are crucial for our future.
Okay, I would like you to take a look at our box. Inside this box, we have the hub sonda, which we have already explained. This box, if you look at it, is yellowish. ¿Cómo se llama? Espera.
Ya está grabando.
Ah, ya está grabando. Can you take...
Ahora están preocupados.
No,
They're telling me like, what did I do?
no, les tenemos en cuenta ahora. Que ya les... Yes.
It's already recorded.
Yes, it's recorded. I know.
Whose phone is it?
Sorry, we're having problems.
Se salieron.
No. Espera, ahí. Ahora. Vale, pero es que ya se... Okay. So we had another technical issue. Doesn't matter. Okay, so because it's really hot here, we're at 35 degrees. So
here we have our box, which many students have been working on for a very long time, and it is thermal because as in the stratosphere the temperature is really low. We have taken all these measures in order to try to adapt as well as we can to the sky and stratosphere, which is a complex chaotic system, meaning that you don't know what is going to happen, but hopefully it will work out. So I have a question for you. What have you learned with this project?
Well, what I have learned with all the process of creating the high altitude pavilion is how to work out with all the disciplines that are working with different different techniques. For example, in this case, I was a mechanic, but in my case, I also have to help my other partners, customers, and streamers. I don't know how to work with them.
Okay, so now, yeah, where is Luca? Okay, so, what's your experience of last year?
Well,
How did you?
last year, for COVID reasons, we couldn't come. But this year, also, we are some of us we are in year 5, and like it's our last year primary, and I think it's an excitement event to wrap up all primary.
Okay, and do you remember a few months ago we did a pre-experiment test with many balloons?
Yes, in that experiment, we had to calculate how much helium we had to use for the balloons, and instead of using a big balloon, we had to use little balloons, and I'm so excited to see how this one works.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we are get ready to watch our last steps before the launch, and we are about to launch our balloons. All our steps have been ready. Everything has been on time. There hasn't been any. So far, so good. Okay, are we ready? Okay, we're nearly.
Okay, so now we will start the launch, okay? But I want you, all of you, to make a big circle, okay? So then we can start the lift off, okay? So just follow us. Whenever we will be like vertically aligned with the balloon, we have to do a big circle, okay?
¿Has pesado lazo?
Sí, sí, vamos por debajo, vamos por debajo. Lo tenéis en el WhatsApp.
1800, 1700.
No, menos.
1600.
1200.
No, 1600.
No,
Era por debajo de
1600.
1600.
Sí, por debajo de
So
1600.
everything's going how we planned.
Vale, preparados. Corto cuerda de seguridad. Ahora ya vamos para arriba.
Aún no.
Apartarse un
Aún no. Cuando lo tengamos así.
¿Qué hay que hacer? Dejarlo ir. Vamos a hacer un círculo ahora.
Poco a poco.
De acuerdo. Ya no hay cuerda de seguridad. No hay cuerda. Cuenta regresiva. Poco a poco. 10, 9.
No.
Poco a poco. Oye, yo tengo que grabar. No puedo.
Oh.
Ven, grave.
¿Verdad? Se ve el balón. Sí, sí, el balón.
Tranquilos, las ondas están a la altura normal.
Cojo la
It's going up.
Oh my
Let's
god.
start with the circle, please. Come here. I'm circle. Wait. So it would be nice now if we all lift the box at the same time. So
Coge de aquí. Los niños cogen de aquí. Círculo que tapan la cámara. Fíjate con ellos, yo suelto, ¿eh?
okay, everyone.
Eliges tú, ¿vale? Ten cuidado.
Okay, so now we can start the countdown. Okay, so everyone.
10,
10,
9,
7,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lift off!
Mr. Bauri.
Okay, so
Thank you very
then we're going
much.
to collect the balloon.
Yes. Thank you very much.
We
for
hope everything
listening.
works.
Wish us luck. And the box right now is going up at
Yeah.
4 or 5 meters per second.
As we said, thank you. Bye.
Say bye to you. Bye.